Hello and welcome. This is Nora Tarot. Um, to do a general reading for the Divine Collective and the Collective, anything that you need to know and want to know for this week. Okay, so I'm just gonna get straight into the reading. Okay. So, okay, I'm gonna get straight into the reading. Okay, sorry about that. Creativity. Okay, so I'm gonna see what this is saying for you. Um, so I'm getting you're having to disconnect from people who are coming towards you right now. Um, I'm just getting entitled, okay? So you're gonna have people coming towards you feeling entitled to your to your aura, right? Entitled to your energy, entitled to what you have coming towards you in this new beginning that you're starting for yourself, okay? Yeah. So I'm getting these people will say and do anything to make you feel like they will say and do anything to make you kind of to try and control you, right? To try and control your mind, to try and control the way that you see things, or to try and manipulate you again. Okay, so this could be people from your past, and they could be coming in to try and manipulate you again. Hello, little me, how are you? So, yeah, they could be coming in to manipulate you again. Okay, so just watch out from people from your past. Okay, um, yeah, I feel like as you're starting to level up, they're coming in to kind of like they're coming in to like block you, okay? They're trying to block you, or they want some of what you have right now. So it's like if you're going towards say you're coming into a lot of money, for example, and they hear about this, people from your past hear about this, people that didn't treat you right hear about this, they're gonna come crawling back as if um they deserve some of your hard work, right? Some of your hard earned money, right? So they're gonna come in thinking that you're gonna come into some money, or they're gonna want some of your money, something like that, where they can kind of see what they can get from you. Um, See how they can manipulate you to take something from you, okay? With this offer card, this card always gives me like when people are like deceptive to your face, like very nice, very, they sort of play in your face and make it seem like they're your friend or they like you for that minute. But it's like it's giving very deceptive energy behind it. Okay, so it's like this coffee, this tea looks really nice, right? Someone's handing you a lovely cup of tea, but inside it could be poison, right? Something to make you feel sick, right? So it's like very deceptive. On the surface, they seem really nice and friendly, and then they're just coming in to be deceptive towards you, okay? To deceive you out or something. So yeah, they're definitely looking for ways on how they could be plotting and planning right now to find out how they can hold you back in some ways, um, how they can take something from you. So I'm not sure what that is that they're trying to take from you specifically, but it's just giving me like they're trying to think of ways to try and take this abundance from you. Okay, so I did do a reading yesterday, but that wasn't recording. But it was saying how you're going to be getting some kind of inheritance. And with that inheritance, it's like um, these people, as soon as they hear that you're getting this inheritance, they're gonna come like knocking at your door. Suddenly they know how to call you. Suddenly they know your address. Suddenly they're trying to find all different ways to try and find you. Okay, they could try and find out where you go to school, college, whatever it is that you do, where you work, and just find out information to try and like do this to you. Okay, to try and get this inheritance from you, or to try and get a piece of it, right? So I feel like they're gonna give you some kind of sub stories. They're gonna try and tell you things to pull on your heartstrings, so that because you are a loving, caring, nurturing person naturally, I'm speaking to the divine collective, like you are naturally like this, okay? So they're hoping to manipulate you over things that you would care about, okay? So to try and see what they can shake from you, what they can take from you. See with this holding you back, see what they can try and take from you, okay? So hope you can see those cards there. Okay, but it's not going to work. Okay, so it's not going to work. It doesn't matter how hard these people try. It doesn't matter how much they try to figure you out to see what kind of things they can say to you to make you feel bad for them, so that you give them some of this inheritance. They could tell you they're on hard times. They could tell you they need a new house. They could tell you that a child is sick. They could tell you a lot of things to try and pull on your heartstrings. Is not going to work, okay? Because you see these people for who they are. So they're going to be really upset that they can't manipulate you anymore. Because you're not the same person as you was before, okay? So you're not that same person. You got spiritual hater. Yeah, they're mad that you can see right through them. You can see exactly who they are, right? It says hates on your spirituality, your light, your magic, and your power. They're gonna be really hurt and upset that they can't get no money from you, or they can't get some kind of help from you, or that like you just don't care and that you see right through them, okay? You know how these people operate. Yeah, you're not going to give them anything, right? They could be trying to reach their hand out to try and get something from you, but you're not going to give them a single thing. You're not going to care what their sub stories are. You're going to block these people out. Like it's saying here, dodging bullets, blocking negativity, escaping crazy people. Okay, so you're literally going to leave these people right where you left them, okay? You're not allowing them back in your life. You're not you're not letting them back in the space around you so that they can disturb your peace anymore, okay? So you've catched on to their games. You've realized that they've been manipulating you through love, like using love as a weapon to keep you there, to try and manipulate you some more, to try and hold you back in some way. And they're coming back to do this again, and it's over some kind of inheritance again. So that's not for everyone, but it is I did get inheritance, something from the courts that's coming to you that I feel like you might not know about, okay? Yeah, you're dodging these people, you're blocking these people out because you see who they are, right? Karmic friends, can't fully trust them, tension, secret competition. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. This is how they operate. This is what you was feeling the whole time around these types of people. You could feel that you couldn't fully trust them. You could feel the tension um, around, but you could have felt really uncomfortable that you couldn't be yourself around them fully, right? Like they were constantly judging you, and that's how they wanted you to feel. Yeah, so you've definitely moved on, right? You've left them exactly where they need to be left, okay? And you're just moving on, you're getting on with your life, you're not bothering these people anymore, you're not giving to these people anymore, you're just moving on, okay? It's like, thank you for the lessons, and I'm moving on with my life. Um, we have rejected. Yeah, these people definitely rejected you. This was these people rejected you, and now you're rejecting them, okay? These people could have always made you feel like you was trying so hard just to be accepted, just to be liked, just to be treated with some kind of, respect in some way, and they never did. They made it very difficult, okay? Yeah, these people are now going to be suffering for what they did towards you. Okay, so now things have flipped around. Now they're going through this. They're going to be going through this, like in every aspect of their life. How they try to stop you is how they're going to be stopped. Okay, so You see what else it's saying for you? Yeah, they're gonna lose everything. They're gonna lose everything, and you're gonna be leveling up. Right, this is right on top of the leveling up card. When if I get this card, it's always leveling up, moving forward, and this is what they're getting now. Yeah, for doing this to someone like you. Okay, so this is your energy, right? Good chemistry, great vibes, positive. This is their karma for treating someone like you was nothing. Like, like you had to work extra hard just to get respect, but you didn't realize you was trying to get respect from the wrong people. These people didn't deserve your energy. They didn't deserve your love. They didn't deserve your respect. They didn't deserve your time either. Okay, so yeah, all they chose to do is abuse you and neglect you, right? Oh gosh, and now it's played out. They're not going to be able to do this to you anymore because you've learned the way people can manipulate you through love or love bombing or gaslighting. You've learned all these things, so now your intuition goes off. Your intuition goes off, like your instincts or your intuition kicks in as soon as you're around someone like this that's trying to manipulate you in any of these ways. Okay, so we have played out. So you've ended a cycle with this. People been able to do this to you. Talk, yeah. If people was able to talk rubbish to you before, right? They had the gift of the gab. If people was able to stop you from focusing on yourself and the things that you wanted to do, pouring into yourself, loving yourself, any plans that you had, if they tried to whisper a stop to that, then it says a group of people, right? If these people wanted you to choose them over yourself every time, because I feel like you're the kind of person that would give your last shirt to this person, right? You take the shirt off your back to help these people, and they wouldn't do the same for you. They'd find it very difficult, right? It's like pulling teeth to try and get that back. Then you've got dusting it off. So this is giving me a fresh start, new beginnings. You're going to be able to see all the signs. If you was ignoring them before, all the red flags, now you're seeing the signs. When people come in and try and play this like kissing your ass type energy, you know exactly what that looks like. You know exactly to just move on from those people and move away from them, okay? um, yeah, you know now you're a good person, but you also know that your light is going to irritate a lot of these people's demons, okay? That's what these people have. They have entities on them that look at you as if instead of doing work on themselves, they'd rather just take it from somebody who is good, right? They'd rather take that light, that energy, all your hard work from somebody else and try and give that to themselves. Try and take that from you and give it to themselves, okay? So now that you've taken that away from them, they're not able to do all of that for themselves. They're not able to feed off of you to sustain themselves anymore, right? Yeah, you know that your light irritates their demons who got threatened, intimidating, and bothered by you, right? You already know this. You know why, right? You might not have felt that before in the past. You could have been like, why me? I don't understand. I don't have as much as these people. I'm not as educated, whatever it is, right? There could have been people that had more than you and seemed very like miserable with their lives, right? And you could have felt like, if I had those things, I'd be so happy. Not like you wasn't grateful already for what you had, but it kind of confused you at how people like that could have so much and still be so nasty, right? Still be so spiteful. Still find time in their day to think of ways to bring you down. Okay. And then we got same ish, different day. Yeah. So we have with this too busy winning. This card always gets me like they're always trying to find ways to gain off of you, right? Gain something from you. And they're not going to be able to do this anymore because you've learned. Okay, moves in silence. You see all these little things on her face. It's like, then she's like, shh, right? Like you've learned a lot of things, right? You've because you've been there, done that with these people, right? You've already experienced um what you've had to experience with them, right? For you to learn all these the tricks in the book that they have to try and stop you, to try and manipulate you, to try and gaslight you, to have you in your head, to have you depressed, to have you having experiencing anxiety, to have you doubting yourself, to have you putting yourself last and putting other people before yourself, to have you feeling like you don't deserve as much as other people, even though you have so much love to give. Okay, you're just walking away from these people, it's just uninterested. You're leaving them right there with the BS. Okay, you're just walking away from these people. You're not interested in them anymore. You've learned to walk away from them because you've got proof, right? It says getting evidence, proof, and facts. You've got proof on top of proof. You've been there, done that, got the t-shirt with these people. So now when people, even from your past, but even people in the future that try this to you, try and do this to you, this is gonna be like um confirmation, right? That you've definitely learned the lesson, right? That you've understood the assignment, because you're going to recognize it immediately when someone tries to do this and put you like this. Your past has helped you to basically be better in the future, to be able to protect the things that you care about, the things that you love, um, because you know how to, right? You know how to protect yourself from people like this. Yeah, you've basically, it says inside scoop, because you know all the, you know how they work, you know how they operate. It's like having a, it's like playing a game over and over and over again, and you have monsters come out and you have all these different levels to um to level up to, right? But then every level has their own like monsters and demons and different things on it, right? Different things that pop out, different little, and then after a while of going back to the beginning so many times, you start to learn how the game is played. You start to learn what's going to come around the corner. You start to learn what's going to happen next, so you can get to the next level. You know what's going to happen. So this is basically like that, right? Okay, and we've got happiness here at the bottom of the deck. Okay, when people don't want to, when people don't want you to be happy, you're gonna feel it, right? When people are trying to creep up to you, watching you from a distance, you're gonna feel it. They don't even have to be, they don't even have to say anything to you. You're just gonna know as soon as they try and approach you that they're trying to play a game with you. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna pull out this deck, and then I'll take out some guidance cards after. Okay. So we have themselves and control. Okay. So I feel like these people, they definitely tried to control you, but they ended up they ended up messing themselves up in the end. They ended up backfiring on these people because now you're in control. You're in control of your life, you're in control of your future, you're in control of yourself, you're in control of everything that you manifest in for yourself, okay? So nobody can come in and just take this from you, right? Blessings and immature. Yeah, no one could just come in and take your blessings from you, right? Because they're immature, because they just want to treat you like this. They think this is the way to like get things in life, or to be respected in some way, to treat somebody else like they're beneath them, and that they can just manipulate them and take things from them. So we got male and come back, okay? So this, sometimes this card, okay, this card is giving me like toxic masculine energy, okay? So when people are not balanced out with their feminine and masculine, they they're usually in their toxic masculine energy, okay? So it's like these people in their being in their toxic masculine energy, they're gonna come back. That's what it's saying here. They're gonna come back and try again, right? They're gonna, with this cheated, they're gonna try to do this to you again. But you're in this energy, right? With this, you're more balanced out with this feminine female energy, okay? They're coming in with this toxic masculine energy, and they don't realize that they're coming back to try and cheat someone that's more balanced out with their feminine energy, okay? Because you haven't spoke to these people in a while, right? Or they haven't seen you in a minute. So we've got love and hurt. Yeah. They don't realize that you've learned something about love. They that they've hurt you so much. You've learned something about people, how they can manipulate you through using love as a weapon. Okay, by gaslighting you, trying to make out they care about you, but really they're trying to, wish bad on you. They've got nothing good to say. They was very negative. Um, they don't really, they don't uplift you in any way. So you've learned a lot. They don't realize what you've learned through what they've put you through, okay? Because I feel like you're now, because you're more balanced out with your feminine energy, like your masculine and your feminine are more balanced out with each other. You've learned to love yourself. You've healed yourself and you've learned to love yourself. So they don't realize this is what they're coming back to with you, okay? We've got mental health and moving on. Yeah. So I'm getting like you've got more clarity now and you're just moving on. You've got more clarity about these people, the situation that they've had you in, how they've tried to manipulate you, how all the different ways that someone can manipulate a person, right? You've learned a lot. So these people, there wasn't blessings in your life, there were lessons, okay? So if there were people that are very close to you that you loved, you've now completely shut off to these people now. You've learned to just move away from people that try and use love as a weapon against you. Protect, yeah. You've learned to protect yourself. You've got offer, yeah. You've learned to protect yourself from people that try and deceive you, that try and make offers to you as if they love you, as if they care about you, as if they want the best for you, right? People with loose morals, yeah, that try and basically people that hold you back from your abundance, okay, from receiving your abundance in life. You've learned that being away from certain people who are like this, like you've healed so much that you've been able to like manifest things into your life now. Things are starting to get better for you, right? You're starting to believe that things will get better for you because you're starting to see what that brings in when you stay away from people like this, right? With loose morals, people that just want to hurt you, people that just want to take from you, manipulate you. It says try again and past, okay? You've learned a lot from your past, and when these people try, they're not going to be able to do it because it's saying try again. You've learned a lot from these people in your past. Like I said before, they were your lessons, okay? So that you can find peace in your future. Yeah, yeah. So it's like basically when people come in like this, when they come in with like the wrong energy, you're gonna know. This was all to teach you, like, yeah. So you've had guidance about people that's tried to finesse you in the past, people that tried to do you wrong in the past. Sorry, in the past. So you're just like you found peace. You found peace, right? And with this pregnancy, this is giving me death and rebirth. Um, yeah, you just let go of the past, or you've been letting go of the past. You've been practicing letting go of people, forgiving people and moving forward, forgiving yourself for just not knowing that people run these kinds of nasty games on on good people, right? And he says right. So, yeah. It's like you're taking the right path now for yourself. You got projected and did not work, okay? So you're going to show these people that every time, all the things that they did towards you, all the projection that they did, that they aimed towards you, did not work because you're going to be going towards your abundance, right? You're going to be getting this, you're going to be able to manifest wealth into your life. Whatever it is that you want, start thinking about those things that you want, how you want them, and watch out for the signs of things where they're showing you, here you go, right? Your angels are like, there you go, right? You thinking, oh, I was just thinking about that 2 days ago. Like, start thinking about things and they're going to come in for you right now because you're doing the work. You're staying away from people like this. You're not allowing them to get in your head. You're not allowing them to come in and finesse you anymore. You're not listening to the words that come out of their mouth anymore. You're not trying to rely on these people for anything. You're going your own way. You're trusting. You're having faith now in yourself, right? You're taking a leap of faith right now. And you have better days and being watched. Yeah. So yeah, this is where you're going. You're going towards better days, but I feel like these people are being watched, right? Because you're protected now going down this path, this new path, this new fresh start for yourself. So they're definitely being watched because they're not going to let anybody come in and try and do this to you again, right? They're not going to let anyone come in and try and block you again. So not only you're not allowing this, your angels and ancestors and spirit guides are not allowing this either. Yeah, enemy. Yeah. They're not allowing the enemy to come in and block you. They want you to see who your enemies are, even when they try and play in your face, smile in your face. Okay? See, with this nose, they want you to know, respect you and your energy, right? So now that you are respecting yourself, you're respecting your energy now because you're not being around people who are negative like this, people that carry around entities, people that want to feed off of people that want to drain people that want to have people mentally stuck, right? People that cannot respect you or your energy. You're now understanding to not be around these people anymore, right? We got karma and loses everything. These people are gonna, yeah, you know exactly what this brings in when you're around people like this, right? And now they are going to be going through this. Like I was saying, they're going to be watching you leveling up while they lose everything. You've got yourself and chance, okay? So you're going to be having a fresh start, right? A new chance to like rebuild yourself again, but better this time because you have this information, you have this knowledge now, okay? You're believing in yourself, in your thoughts. You know, when you feel like you know something, you're not going to let someone talk you out of it. Okay? So we've got a group of people, and then you've got energy. You're going to know exactly when people are in this type of energy, right? You're not going to allow it. As soon as you feel their energy, you're gonna leave them right there. You're not even gonna stress yourself out. You're not even gonna worry about it. You just know to move away. And your angels, your ancestors, your spirit guides are gonna be like proud of you, right? They're gonna bless you for this. Now they're gonna be able to actually give you your blessings because they know that you are able to protect that, right? So then you're gonna come into love, you're gonna come into money, you're gonna come into a lot of your life just changing and leveling up for you, okay? Um, we've got jealousy and forgiveness. Okay. So I feel like you are understanding what it is, what was driving these people in the first place to try and hurt someone like you or try and drain somebody like you or manipulate you, right? And you're forgiving them. You're forgiving them so you can move on, right? You're not forgiving them so much that they're coming back in your life, but you're forgiving them so you can move forward and be like, I forgive you because you just don't understand what you're playing with, right? You don't understand what you're doing. You have insecurities, things you haven't healed in yourself. You've understood this because you've had to heal yourself. Okay, so now you're able to be like, okay, I can see how people can't see what they're doing, or they really don't see the scale of what they're doing, right? Where it's leading them to. Just like you couldn't see the scale of the people that you was around, right? The danger that you was in already around these people. So you're learning to forgive them. You've learned to forgive these people. We've got return, and there are no accidents, okay? So when these people return, like I don't feel like you're gonna have any like really anything to say to these people, right? It is what it is, right? There's no accidents. You've learned that the reason why you're now getting these blessings is because you're a good person and God could have tried you again and again and again around these people and you never stooped low to these people's level, right? And when these people come back again, you're still gonna be you. You're not gonna waver just because these people want to come back around you and try and test you again. Okay? There are no accidents. You are the divine collective for a reason because you have a purpose in this life. You are the way you are for a reason. There's nothing wrong with you. You could have felt like there was things wrong with you. You could have felt like, why can't I fight back? Why can't I stand up for myself? Why can't I do certain things, right? And now you're understanding how to stand up for yourself now, right? You're realizing you had to go through all of this for a reason to learn certain lessons, right? Learn how to move now, right? In the future, okay? So that, yeah, and you're not choosing these people over you anymore. It says chose them over you. You could have been choosing these people over yourself, putting everybody first before yourself. Because they could have been trying to tell you this is how you care for someone. This is just what you do for your friends and your family and people that you're in a relationship with. This is just what you do. But yet everybody is taking advantage of you, wiping their feet with you, and not it's not fair, right? Like they're not giving you that chance to be yourself even, okay? So we've got it is what it is. You're not choosing these people over yourself anymore, and it is what it is. That's what you're starting to understand. That's what you're accepting, okay? So I'm gonna pull out some guidance cards for you for the week, just for the weekly reading. Okay, so we have evolving. What you want changes as you get more experience, growth, cycles, and level up. Ooh. And we have keep having adventures, versatile, curious, and restless. You have up in the air, the timing is uncertain, so change your approach. Fleeting wishes and adapting, okay? Mhm. Happening now. Time is fleeting, so don't miss the opportunity. Countdown, passing, and limited. And two more, please. And then we have March. Come out of hibernation. That look like an L. Come out of hibernation and embrace new energy, growth, awakening, and rebirth. So we have the four-leaf clover on that one. And then we have open doors. The door is unlocked, so just walk through it. Journey, passage, and access. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed that reading. I hope it helped some people. And thank you for watching. And I'll be back next week with another weekly reading. Okay. Thank you. Bye.